5 silent signs a man is thinking about you without saying a word. Introduction. When quiet feels heavy, sometimes love doesn't knock. It lingers. Sometimes the strongest emotions are hidden behind the quietest behavior. And sometimes the man who never says anything is the one whose mind never leaves you. This message isn't loud. It isn't rushed. It's meant to be felt. So slow down. Breathe. Let each word settle gently inside you. Because this isn't about guessing. It's about recognizing what your soul already knows. A man doesn't always show his feelings with messages or confessions. Some men feel deeply but speak rarely. Some men think constantly but stay silent. And yet, energy never lies. If you've been sensing someone in ways you can't explain, this reading is meant to help you understand the hidden signals, the emotional fingerprints he leaves behind when he's thinking about you. But hasn't found the courage to say it. Sign 1. You feel him before he appears. You notice this. You're doing something ordinary, resting, working, scrolling, and suddenly, he enters your thoughts without invitation. Not because you chose to think of him, but because something pulled him into your awareness. That pull isn't random. When a man thinks about you with emotion, his energy reaches outward. And if there's a bond, you feel it. You might feel a sudden urge to check your phone, a quiet sense that he's nearby emotionally, not physically. Dreams where he appears vividly, even after long silence. This isn't imagination. This is emotional resonance. Sometimes a man doesn't send a message because fear stops his fingers. So instead, he sends thoughts, memories, questions, and your heart receives them before his words ever arrive. Sign 2. He holds onto what others forget. A man who thinks about you remembers things without trying. Not the obvious things, the small ones. A comment you made casually, something you liked that you never emphasized, a mood change you didn't explain. That kind of memory doesn't come from attention. It comes from reflection. It means he replays conversations. He revisits moments. He thinks about you when you're not present. Men don't store details unless the person matters deeply. If he remembers the parts of you even you've forgotten, it's because your presence stays with him long after the moment ends. Sign 3. His silence feels charged, not empty. This one is misunderstood the most. When a man goes quiet, people assume disinterest. But sometimes silence means the opposite. Sometimes he's quiet because he feels too much. He overthinks every word. He worries about saying the wrong thing. He questions whether you feel the same. So instead of risking rejection, he retreats inward. He types messages and erases them. He becomes awkward around you. He pulls back not because his feelings faded but because they grew louder. His silence isn't absence. It's emotional overload. And inside that quiet, his thoughts of you grow heavier by the day. Sign 4. No distraction truly works. When a man can't stop thinking about you, he tries to escape it. He keeps himself busy. He surrounds himself with people. He scrolls endlessly. He pretends he's moved on. But no matter what he does, you return. You show up when he least expects it. In quiet moments. In pauses. In between distractions. He notices your name instantly. He watches from a distance. He feels jealousy but keeps it hidden. You become the thought his mind circles back to when everything else fades. That's not habit. That's attachment. Sign 5. His actions speak the truth. He won't say and may hide emotions, but they struggle to hide care. If he's thinking about you, it shows not in declarations, but in behavior. He checks on you indirectly, offers help without being asked, becomes protective in subtle ways, listens carefully when you speak. His tone softens around you. His presence feels different, because even when words stay locked inside, the heart still finds a way to show itself. Spiritual signals you might be feeling. When two energies are connected, signs appear beyond logic. You may feel emotional waves without knowing why. Songs suddenly remind you of him. Symbols or patterns connected to him keep appearing. A deep feeling that something between you isn't finished. This happens because souls communicate long before people do. If you feel these things, it's because emotional energy is being exchanged quietly, invisibly, truthfully. What this means for you. Sometimes the man who says the least feels the most. Sometimes the one who steps back is trying to Understand emotions he's never learned how to express. And sometimes the silence isn't distance, it's preparation. If one person keeps appearing in your thoughts, trust that there's a reason. If the connection feels strong without explanation, honor that feeling. He's thinking about you more than he shows, more than he admits, maybe even more than he understands himself. Ending message: what the universe wants you to know you didn't find this message by accident. Your heart was ready to hear it. The universe is gently reminding you that someone still holds you in their thoughts. Someone feels your absence. Someone hasn't fully let go. They may not speak today. They may not confess tomorrow. But the connection is alive. And silence, no matter how long, eventually breaks when truth becomes too heavy to hold. Until then, trust what you feel. Trust the signs. Trust the quiet knowing inside you. Because the messages felt in the soul are often more honest than words ever spoken.